everyone, it's Jared with On-Site Productions coming to you on location today from Vestavia United Methodist Church. This church has been really good to our company and been a long-time customer of ours, and we've actually taken some time today to really showcase all the things that we have done throughout our relationship with them. Specifically, we're going to showcase some of the audio, the video, and some of the lighting that we have incorporated into their sanctuary space. So kind of come along with us. Me and Taylor are kind of jump back and forth and really just kind of showcase what's brought us to this point and how we have partnered with this church to really advance their technology. So we wanted to start off up in the balcony area, actually their media booth. When we first came to this church, there was a couple of things that was just kind of broken up, and we really wanted to kind of bring everything together, tighten everything up, be able to have the team all together. And so we actually, with our contractor, we were able to bring in them to be able to expand this booth. We actually added about 4 feet to the end of the booth. That allowed us to be able to do things like live stream. Live stream was in a remote location in the church, and we really wanted to kind of pull those together. Some of the other elements that we added in this process, again, kind of staying with the theme of video, was a Apple-based Mac Mini computer, which runs the latest version of ProPresenter. ProPresenter has been a leading software in the house of worship scene, and so it allows them to be able to really maximize what they're showcasing on their projector and screen. Over here, we did not install this. We actually were fortunate enough. They had a really nice sound system, but some of the elements that we needed for both showcasing videos from the media computer, as well as being able to tie in audio, good clean audio to their live streaming computer, really just kind of streamlines everything and makes it work more efficiently. Really want to talk specifically about their live streaming. This church had a very old, outdated live streaming setup, and we really kind of brought them to the forefront of being able to live stream their services. Specifically, we added 3 pan tilt zoom cameras from Sony, along with their Sony controller. This controller, the IP10, the RM IP10, is really a great entry-level controller, and allows them to use one operator to manage really up to 100 cameras. They have 3 in this application, and it really just allows them the flexibility without having so many volunteers or operators needed. When it comes to the way to live stream, Wirecast is what we chose to go with. The Wirecast system down below is a system that is just all-encompassing. It provides the inputs, the outputs, as well as the platform in order to be able to live stream your services. Additionally to that, they have this ZoomTac system, which is kind of a really neat system. It allows them to upload from any computer slides, and if you look right here on Wirecast, these are those slides. It creates a slideshow, and so at any time they can fall back to that and be able to show informational slides. And we added one of those. They have a lot of those throughout the church, but we added one here on the live streaming computer which will allow them before their service and after their service a way to be able to show announcements. So this is a really great setup. They've been extremely happy with it. They've had it for a little while. We've just recently added some new equipment, and we're going to have Taylor talk about that a little bit more. But this was kind of a launching pad for our relationship with them. We've done some things that throughout the church that we'll show in future videos. But this has been a great opportunity for them to be able to see what we can do. And we've already built a phenomenal relationship with this church, and we see quite a few projects in the future. So let's throw it over to Taylor, and I'm going to get him to talk a little bit about our automated video system from Atlona.
As Jared said, I'm Taylor. I began it on site about a month ago. One of our first projects that I was able to work on was this space. They had an issue where some of the components were turned on down at the Lectern, some of the components of the system were turned on here, and some of the components of the system were turned on up at the video room. And we really wanted to consolidate all that so that you weren't closing your rings as you were turning the whole system on. And the way we were able to do that was to install an Atlona video system called Velocity. That's this touch panel right here. You touch it to light it up, and you have your sources on top and your destination on the bottom. And the way you can control it is to just drag a source onto the destination. The Lectern computer is probably asleep right now, so it may not switch over, but that's one way to ease the switching. We have one of these touch panels down at the Lectern as well, which allows the pastor to come in if he's got a smaller event that he needs to run some sort of presentation for, but doesn't have a whole tech team here. He's able to control that from the front of the room without having to run back and forth. So we're here in the amp room. This used to be a video room, but as Jared said, we consolidated a lot of that equipment down to the sound booth. So that's freed this space up to be a space of storage and to house the amp rack, which houses our Velocity system. Down here you have the Gateway, which is really the brains of the whole Velocity system. This is where you will control each of the commands that can be manipulated on the touchpads, and where you do all the routing for the sources and the displays. And we also programmed the screen to be able to be raised and lowered within the interface, as well as turning on and off the projector. We also installed this Gigabit PoE switch, which allows us to network everything so that everything comes through a manageable system where we can come to one space and manage the whole system. We're here in the Lectern, where I want to show you a little bit more about the control aspect of the Velocity video control system. But first, we need to turn the system on, and I'm going to do that with the press of a single button. As you can see, with the single press of a button, the system has executed several commands to allow full functionality of the system in multiple places. As you can see, we've taken several components from their other systems, their lighting control, as well as their auto mix system for their sound, and integrated it into a single workstation where the pastor can manipulate aspects of the systems separately without having to walk to various areas of the sound booth. One of our future goals is to integrate the sound as well as lighting into the Velocity control system so that you have a one-stop shop for AV needs. This is the control interface for the Velocity. You can see we have our sources at the top and the display at the bottom. To switch between sources, you simply drag and drop. Velocity has the expandability to allow us to add additional sources as well as displays in the future, so that no matter what needs arise, we're able to accommodate them in this single system. Within the system, if the end user decides they need the ability to control individual aspects of the system, we have those options here. The great thing about Velocity is that not only do you have two options for screen sizes, 5.5 inch and 8 inch, but you can also control it with your phone or other mobile devices. For this application, we decided to pair Velocity with Omnistream. Omnistream is full network AV. That gives us the ability to place an encoder at any source location and a decoder at any display location. As easy as the system was to turn on, it's just as easy to turn it off. You simply come to the top right of the screen, select the red power button, and it prepares the screen back to the start screen for the next user. As you can see, Atlona Technologies' Velocity system, as well as the Omnistream, is an incredible automation system that you may consider for your next application.
We just want to thank you for joining us today. Just as Taylor said about the Atlona system, as well as some of the other elements that we've already installed here, we've got great plans for this particular church, being able to kind of expand into some other areas and be able to constantly advance their technology here at Vestavia United Methodist Church. Hey, if you're in the market for any audiovisual installation, please don't hesitate to look at our website, find us on Facebook, Instagram, any of the social media, or just pick up the phone and give us a call. We would love to be able to come to your location, be able to chat with you, really be able to find a solution to really advance what you're trying to do in your house of worship. Definitely look us up online at onsiteproductionsllc.com or just give us a call at 205-434-4040. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.